Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. The ODM leader, Raila Amolo Odinga, jetted in Kenya on Tuesday evening after spending nearly 3 weeks in Europe on what handlers are saying there was campaigning for African Union Commission seat, but exclusive reports was that Raila was abroad on medical grounds, and that had not yet been confirmed. But of course, that could not be given prominence because it will cast a lot of doubt on his competence and ability even to serve in the capacity of African Union chairperson, commission chairperson. So, of course, it was right for them to keep it under the wraps. But yesterday, he met a section of the cabinet along ODM party officials on Tuesday night, on Wednesday night. Mr. Odinga, according to The Nation, held talks with Cabinet Secretaries Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya, who is in charge of cooperatives and micro, small and medium enterprises and development. Hassan Joho was also from the ODM, who was the former ODM party deputy party leader in charge of mining, blue economy and maritime affairs. John Mbadi, who is in Treasury and National Treasury and Economic Planning. Opi Wandai, Energy and Petroleum in Nairobi. So he met the section of cabinet who actually were just appointed recently from the ODM party. According to reports, that is the first ever meeting that was convened that Raila met those cabinet members that were appointed, and of course it there. I want us to pay attention to this meeting because it's very important to see who was there. In attendance were top party officials including Secretary General Edwin Sifuna, National Chairperson Gladys Wanga, the Homa Bay Governor, Treasurer Timothy Bosire, and the ED Oduor, among other officials. Sources at the meetings, however, say it was an informal consultative meeting that ought not to raise, of course, questions. It was an official meeting that the media, apparently they did not address the media, saying that what was discussed there was not a strong position by a party or by any organ of that party, and that is why they could not issue, because what journalists were expecting is they would give a comment probably on the national discourse currently going on. Oparanya is saying they were touching base. This is what they are saying. They were touching base. That Odinga was touching base with his soldiers days after he was out of the country. I had been out of the country for some time. He just wanted to know how they are faring. That is what Oparanya is saying. One person was missing from that meeting, and that is the interim party leader, Anyang' Nyong'o. Anyang' Nyong'o is the interim ODM party leader, was appointed by Raila so that Raila could concentrate on his AUC role. Ahead of just after this meeting on Sunday, there is an ODM homecoming. There is a homecoming party for Gladys Wanga in Homa Bay. I'm going to pay attention to this event because apparently these cabinet members that met Raila were officially invited for this event. And it is going to be held in Rangwe. Rangwe constituency is the home to Lilian Gogo. And recently when Lilian Gogo was speaking before President Uhuru Kenyatta, before President Ruto in Nairobi here, she said that the president need to look at, she told the president that the Shah and the She staff is not adding up, and the women that are seeking medical services are suffering. A position that did not sit well with Wanga, and I saw Wanga then in Homa Bay, of course hitting back at Rangwe MP, saying the way SHA is superior than NHIF. And I want us to just listen to this contradiction. I want you to listen to Lilian Gogo and Wanga. They spoke about this matter.
Thank you so much, Holy Bishop, our President, and I mean our President, the President of the Republic of Kenya. Daktari, kuna kitu Roho ameweka ndani mwangu. And I'm not going to speak as a member of Rangwe constituency, but I'm going to speak, Honorable President, as a servant of the Most High God. Niseme, nisiseme. Mtukufu Rais, I plead with you, the friend of Raila Amolo Odinga. God gave you Solomonic wisdom to make the decisions that you made there. I'm asking you, Echi, change of policy, frequent change of policy from NHIF to SHIF to SHA, inaumiza wa mama. My dear friend, I have no other forum to tell you this. Echi, I have no other. Daktari, I have no other forum to tell you this. Number two, Daktari, kuna walimu wanakuwa trained and they retire without joining the force. Tafadhali, rafiki ya Raila, look at this. There are so many teachers outside there, Your Excellency, who are only depending on you. And you have veto powers on law, my dear friend. Tafadhali, of the 46,000 teachers, Rangwe was only given 15. Wakikuja, sijui ni wafanye nini.
The RRI begins today, and we will be running this RRI, the county government together with the national government and SHA, for the next 10 days. And in the next 10 days, we want to have registered 1 million of Homa Bay residents. And there's a lot of questions being asked about this migration from NHIF to SHA. And I would like to state here that as a Council of Governors, we have had conversations with the national government with regards to SHA. And the SHA train has left the station. There might be teething problems, but surely we are not to NHIF. I can tell you that, and who is the Vice Chair of the Health Committee, I can tell you that SHIF is the universal health coverage, is our pathway to universal health coverage, as we have sought over all these years. And I can tell you without contradiction that once SHA and SHIF, once this has come out of this phase of transition, we will have a system superior to what we had with NHIF. And Linda Mama, for example, We were being paid 5,000. Now it's moving to 10,000. Caesarean from 17,000 to 30,000. Right now, all our level 2 and 3 facilities will be, for every person registered, our level 2 and 3 facilities will be receiving capitation of 900 shillings per person for the year, which means that at level 2 and 3, our people should be able to receive healthcare for free, really. And as you move up, I think this is a system that we would like to embrace, and I'd like to ask, change is not easy, but I would like to ask that we embrace SHA and SHIF because it is superior to NHIF in all honesty.
So this meeting was held, two sides of it. One, party officials, except the interim party leader, and that the other side is cabinet members who are from ODM. In fact, one thing that I would really like to maybe just tickle your mind a bit is this. Who does the cabinet owes loyalty to? They owe loyalty to the president. That's number one. Number two, I'm yet to see a single cabinet member from UDA meeting party officials. Adan Duale. Let's talk of Alice Wahome. You can name them. Murkomen, Churchill. I've yet to see any of them meeting UDA party officials. So how did Ruto take it when members of his cabinet are meeting the broad-based sibling? But of course they're siblings, so it will be interesting. Now I've been trying to comb through just to ask, but the details about this meeting are not so clear. No one is coming out clearly to say this is it, this is what is in it. But I want us to just look at both sides, the stake of this meeting, and of course at the greatest context you need to put them, much attention you need to put now is Raila Odinga is focusing on becoming the next African Union Commission chairperson. I'm amongst the Kenyans that feel kwamba sidhani, lakini tunamwombea even though mambo si rahisi. So kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell and like our videos. Thank you very much for supporting our podcast. We do this each and every day just because of you. We are on our way to 100,000. We are at 89,000. Pole pole, but we are heading there. So just check. If subscription doesn't cost, I know some have been asking, so if I subscribe it and charge? No, subscription is just your email. And in fact, hata sitaiona. You see the red thingy there, you click that. And the advantage here is we normally produce 3 videos in a day, an average of 3 videos in a day. So this means that even when you are just in your phone, immediately ukifungua simu yako, you'll be notified that the board has released a video. And from that, you will not miss any of our videos. And that is why I can encourage you to make sure that you subscribe to this channel. What could be in this meeting? Take a minute and just put your thought. What are you seeing? There have been reports of a reshuffle that is being mooted. And this reshuffle is linked to the interior docket. And I told you guys that one of the things that was on table, President Ruto is yet to pick the interior docket, the person to take over the interior docket. Now this Thursday they were with Odinga in Ethiopia. So if it is going to be based on the broad-based government, then probably with Ruto with Odinga they are going to decide in the spirit of the broad-based on who they pick. But remember, I said something that there's an option of the president reshuffling his cabinet and taking someone just within the cabinet to take that position reshuffle. And when I analyzed that, I said there was a strong axis, a strong lobby for Kindiki, not Kindiki, for Duale to be made the interior, to be taken to interior, then any other cabinet member be taken to environment in some sort of a reshuffle. Then the next day, that was on Tuesday, Nation did a story and they said that President Ruto is also avoiding appointing someone from the Senate or the National Assembly because he did, especially from Mount Kenya, because he don't want to envision a by-election pitting him against Rigathi Gachagua. So that could be it. This meeting could still be brainstorming on a reshuffle that is supposed to be done. Apart from the interior docket, there is a reshuffle at the PS level. And when Ruto was picking his cabinet, he picked a zebra ticket. If Waziri is not his person, then the PS is his person. And some ODM nominees who went to cabinet, of course, they were planted there. And my point is, my projection is, even when they were planted in those ministries, but Ruto understands well what's happening in those ministries and what exactly is the level mali wanaweza fikia. So I'm seeing one of the things on that meeting is to brainstorm on the reshuffle that William Ruto was planning. The other issue is the Ruto's demand for cabinet to market Kenya Kwanza projects. Yes, there is a memo that each cabinet secretary should be coming out to market and push state projects. Something that has really been blamed. And that is why when yesterday Ndini Nyoro was saying that he should not be asked, no one should tell him, he should not be told to go and convince the public that the economy is doing well. If the economy is doing well, the members of the public themselves will actually know. I read about the plan to join UDA, that was also there, on UDA-ODM merger. Remember, this meeting is both cabinet and the party officials. There is a mooted plan for ODM to merge with UDA and make some grand coalition, a new coalition for 2027. But of course, away from that much of it, one of the key interest headache that Raila Odinga is facing is funding for the African Union Commission campaign. And because he just held this meeting immediately before flying to Ethiopia, tomorrow he's supposed to do the launch, there is a complex funding question. And I want to break it twofold. Dream campaign team that was picked by the president, they've not been given financial autonomy. And they must beg and knock at the foreign affairs docket, foreign affairs doors, seeking those finances. And that is what has not streamlined those campaigns. So I may not be shocked. Probably Odinga is reaching out to the fellows in the cabinet to support that. Remember, there was a fundraiser that was even organized to raise some resources for this, to mobilize resources for this, but it never saw the light of the day. So that could be one of the things that is there. The second issue about funding is about government owning that campaign. Yes, government has owned Raila Odinga's candidature, but the actions are not reflexive. Probably Odinga is looking at the next phase of autonomy so that he can run his solo campaigns. Probably if Raila is supposed to go to another country, recently was in Comesa, and there have been all these events that Kenyans have been speculating Raila could be part of it so that he can campaign. There is a question of Raila running own campaign. That is also a possibility. So ladies and gentlemen, that is my take. And if you ask me, that meeting was centered on that campaign financing because Ruto technically withdrew the support for the AUC. Thank you. It's Penina Nyambura. This was huyu ndio shosh alikuwa peke yake, and let me just tell you how we provided solutions there. Huyu shamba huyu shamba alikuwa naisha alipewa, yes, they were given those allotment letters. But apparently nyumba alijengewa ilishanguka. So the grandchildren ndio walikuwa nyumba zao zilikuwa ziko hapo. So she was just using a makeshift structure. Now what would happen is when the grandchildren come, alisema she feels unsafe or she feels like anawafinyilia. Now she has to leave and go back to that kitchen, which is now the house yenye alikuwa amejengewa. So this house was built for Nyambura. She will use it alone, peke yake, and she was very happy. And may God bless you. Now, that is Penina Nyambura. This other one is Alice Kamande. By the way, apparently Alice akona watoto 6, she told us. Kuna watoto 6. Some, there is only one, yule mwenye mwana pale, tulikuwa na yeye. I think I showed her in the video. But the others awako there, and what she could not directly say, but we also gathered kwamba alcohol and illicit brew, it's a big problem. So she's also gotten that place. Malikuwa nalala ni kwa nyumba kingine kadogo ya mbao, and it was also destroyed. So she's got another one, and then the last one is Mzee Njuguna Munyu, yeah, Njuguna Munyu. This one here, yeye pia anaishi peke yake actually in that home. Yes, anaishi peke yake, and he was telling me yeye ndiye alikuwa ananiambia hana choo. Yeah, so I tried telling some people there, nimeona huko wameweka stima. At least the local community sasa wale ambao the MCA there are trying to get contact, awajengee mzee show, ajengee mzee choo. Yeah, na pia ikewe maji so that mzee apate usaidizi. But if one of you will be willing, I can be able to directly link you so that mnaweza jengea mzee choo. Yeah, hiyo ndio shida pekee sasa yanabaki nayo. But of the house, he's gotten a house. And thank you, we've made an impact. That for sure, guys, I can tell you, we've really made good impact. If you want to partner with Granny Care in future, then Manda is there. And I want to tell you, Granny Care is the symbolic, the flagship project of the Bold Network. God willing, we are going to register it to a full foundation. We are in that process. But Granny Care is our project now. So this is a project that will move across different counties. We've done Kilifi, we've been to Kisumu, now we're in Nyandarua. We will go somewhere else. But if you want to partner with us and know more about, contact us and you can continue supporting. Hata kama unataka kujenga ingine ya Kilifi uliona, you can still reach out, you can still link and build another one if you want to support someone else. And now that is the program.